This episode is brought to you by Echo Spirits. Make sure you go down and check out some of their award-winning bottles. Drink local.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
All right, we're back. Another episode, Trailers to Yachts. This is episode 45 on our journey to mega yachts.
Yeah.
We're nowhere close. I'd like to say we're getting closer, but
I think we're a little bit further than last week, but we're getting closer.
Yeah.
We had the freezer break and all kinds of other stuff.
a couple disasters. But we got Zach here from Near Me Roofing. I said that right?
Yes, sir.
It even got the sweaters to remind
yeah.
me. I'm pretty sure every episode I mess up someone's name or company. I used to retake it and we'd start over. Now I just leave it. Like it's all wrong. But Empire updates, that's what I'm calling them. We got darts boards just went up today. So next week when this airs, we'll definitely have darts still up and a brand new happy hour. Do you remember it?
No. Do you?
No, I should have wrote it down.
Yeah.
Let's see. I know it's $1 draft.
$2 buddy shots.
And $3 tots, $4 wells, $5 wine. 3 to 7 Tuesday through Friday.
Yep. We decided to go away from the daily special and just go to a blanket happy hour. Just less confusing for everyone.
And yeah, easier for us to remember.
Yes.
Easier for customers to remember. More traditional, but
Yeah.
We'll
and
see.
we continue to unveil our new cocktail menu. This one, we actually have one of our cocktails here, the Coulter's Cove. Might have seen our Instagram post, but it's got Echo Spirits spiced rum, Echo Spirits pineapple rum, cranberry juice, orange juice, and topped with pineapple juice. It's fantastic.
it is.
And should we do our inaugural cheers?
Send it.
Cheers.
That's a live audience. You didn't know.
Beautiful.
That's good.
Not bad.
Yeah, there's a reason we have 2 empty bottles of spiced rum. If you've never had Echo Spirits spiced rum, it is like one of the best.
And it pairs great with the pineapple rum.
Yeah, it's so good.
2 rums make a right. I think that's what.
Did you just make that up? That's good.
No, I've been working on it all week, planning for this. All right, Zach, tell us who you are. What are you about here?
How did you get here doing a podcast with us two?
I'm Zach McCray, owner-operator of Near Me Roofing. I have a long story, so I'll kind of keep it short. I was in retail for 8 years. I worked at Champ Sports, the shoe store, for 4 years, Canton, Akron, and then Columbus. And then I actually started running the Buckeye Corner right after that, 2 years on Lane Avenue and then 2 years at Easton Mall. And then became a district manager in training, kind of in between. And they, kind of wanted, when you become a district manager in training, you got to be willing to move, go other places, do different things. Came time where, we went up to Minnesota, helped hire and train people, kind of was like a district that they were thinking about possibly me taking over. Realized that, the money that was there and the time difference and what I was going to be undertaking wasn't really worth the dollar amount. And, been in retail for 8 years, loved retail, loved developing people. It's probably the best part about any job, helping people reach potentials they didn't think they could reach, finding out what makes people go and pushing them to do better. And, just came to a point where it's like I didn't really feel like at the store level I had really much left to do. And I'm a person that likes to challenge myself and do different things. And just literally went to Indeed and I typed in 6-figure jobs. And there was about 14 jobs that came up, and 13 of them were like CFOs of companies with all these crazy prereqs. I'm like, well, I don't have any of this stuff. And there was a roofing sales job, and I'm like, I can sell anything. I just need to be taught. And I was like, I haven't been on a roof since I was like 12 years old playing hide and seek. And so I'm like, I don't know anything about a roof. Went and took the interview. 5 minutes in, I'm like, man, these people really want me to work here. And when I got into the industry, I'm like, I kind of developed a pay structure that I couldn't refuse with a local company. And I'm like, I developed my own pay structure. They didn't come to me with it. And I'm like, so how could I tell them no? Like I did this. So, and super different, went from being inside all day, every day to being, doing that. And, learned pretty quickly, made really good money my first 6 months, working for somebody else, and, kept doing that for I think I worked for the same company for a little over a year. And then the second largest residential roofing company in the country moved to Columbus. My buddy left the first company and took an interview with that company. Mid-interview calls me. He's like, Zach, like, I don't have he was interviewing for the general manager position. I don't have general manager experience. Like, they want to interview you as well. I always taught you never turn down an opportunity. So I was like, yeah, I'm pretty happy where I am. I just worked for big corporate America. Like, didn't love the corporate America life. Was always very against the grain. Like, I'm kind of going to do things the way I want to do things. I'm going to do great at what I do, but I'm not good at following playbooks or following other people's rules, I guess. So I took the interview, took some time because I really enjoyed working, where I was local. The owner and I would just talk on the phone. It's more like a friendship than like a business at the time. But I'm like, when is this opportunity going to present itself again? So I decided to take the job. They're based out of Milwaukee. We went to Milwaukee for a couple weeks, hired and trained, went up there and kind of learned how they did things. They had 5 guys that sold $4 million or more a year, which is massive in our industry. That's a huge, huge number. And especially in a residential retail setting and not a commercial setting. Mm-hmm. So, I would go on ride-alongs with them, see how they did things, develop friendships with all those guys in those 2 weeks. At first, it was kind of like a rift, anybody with an ego or does really good at what they do, they're like, it's kind of weird. But then you just realize, like, I was just there to observe, not really tell them to do anything different, and just really enjoyed the industry. And from there, like, I met all the people I know the people that do all the work. I know the distributors. I have good relationships with all these people. And when they first moved to Columbus, we went to a home show. And at that home show, we developed over 20 leads. And this company is brand new to Columbus. They just have a lot of marketing and a lot of money behind them. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, we are who got these leads. Like, the company doesn't even exist a month ago. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, in a week, we sold over, $200,000 in a week I sold. And I'm like, man, I'm working 16, 18 hours a day for somebody else, like literally waking up tired, falling asleep, like closing my laptop. I'm like, had no work-life balance. And I'm like, why am I doing this for somebody else? Like,
yeah, if you're going to be miserable, you might as well do it for yourself.
100%. I'm like, at least I'd be like, there's an end goal here, right? Like, when this company's done with me, they can just chew me up and spit me out. And I'm like, well, if I put all this time, energy, and effort, and do stuff similarly but different, like, I'm more of a relationship-based business. Like, I don't pay for leads. I don't pay for Google leads. I don't pay referral bonuses. But it's all so I can give people the best price. So it's like, for me, I saw a company move in, spend 5 figures in advertising a month on all these different platforms. If you have a ton of money, anything will work. Like, I'll tell anybody that. If you have $100,000, $200,000, millions of dollars to throw at something, it's not going to work. Like, they'll just move pieces around, and eventually it's going to fall into place.
Right.
But now I'm just very relationship based in my business. I work with over 400 realtors in Central Ohio. That's the community that I really grow in. I help them, their families, I've done so much on just these people's personal houses. I'm fast. I do it for a great price. So these people, like, they're going to keep referring me, and I tell them, first thing I tell them is, like, I'm not going to give you a referral bonus. If your other roofer does, keep doing business with them. I don't want that, because if you send me to your mom, you're not going to have me charge your mom $500 or more to give you $500.
Yeah. Some people might.
Yeah, you're right. And I always say, like, if you're really good at what you do, you don't need to make money from other people.
Yeah.
So
that's a big thing. Like, for us to consistency, like, if you have a good product and you're pleasant to be around, like, word of mouth is the best marketing.
Yeah. And, like, people make fun of me, like, especially my friends, because I'm big on Facebook. And they're like, Zach, that's so crazy. Like, Instagram, TikTok. And I'm like, no. Like, all the people that I want to be in front of are on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, I might be one of the youngest people that are always on there. But people in their 50s and 60s and 70s, like, the people that have the money to buy a new roof.
People have houses.
Yeah. They're not on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, that's like your customer 30 years from now. Like, that 10, 12, 14-year-old, like, they'll remember you 30 years from now when they need a roof. Mm-hmm. But, now it's like Facebook and, like you said, word of mouth. Like, they will tell their kids about you.
Yeah.
And their friends and their family. And then it can trickle out that way. Like, Columbus is such a big place. There's so much business for every single person. Anybody that wants to do business right in Columbus, like, if you're a great person, you have a great product, and you don't succeed, you should look in the mirror.
Yeah. And there's most people with at least construction, stuff like that, because a lot of people don't know anything about it. When they need something done, they're like, oh, I know that guy just had a roof done. Like, hey, who'd you use? You know, how is it for you? When, you know, and so it's a lot of people, I think, are looking for, or they go straight to Facebook and the like Hilliard W.
Yeah, and the
pages.
no groups.
Yeah, and the no groups. And they're like, who knows a good roofer?
Yeah.
And then there's 45. Like, you could have just Googled it because everyone's going to say someone different. But,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of times those are helpful, and you get a lot of people that'll help promote your business doing that stuff too. But
100%. Like my office is in Worthington, so most of my business is Dublin, Powell, Worthington, Delaware. So like the Delaware and the no group or the Powell bubble, like they'll ask for a roofer, and there would be 100 comments, and 15 to 20 of them would be tags of me. So like people would be like, I already knew I was getting 3 quotes, but I have to call you. Because like you said, there's 100 people and everybody was 3 people, you know, get tagged probably on average, just random. And they're like, you got tagged 15 to 20 times. Like I have to at least call you.
yeah.
Like I get that call weekly, and I'm like, that's great because it's all organic.
Yeah. Every one of those tags is such a good feeling, though.
Oh, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Or if you get 3 or 4 in a row, you're like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Now we get that on like the, was it Columbus Foodies on Facebook?
Yeah.
People randomly ask for a burger, and same thing. There's 100 different burger options, probably 1,000 burger options in this city. But every time someone says us, we're like, hell yeah.
We did that.
Feels good.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Someone out there champion for you. But so how many people you got working for you now? Or how long have you had the business going?
So my business is 2 years and 2 months old.
Okay.
And it's a hard question because throughout all the years, I've always used the same people to do work. So even when I ran that big company, when they moved here, we used the same contractors. And then, but when I worked at the first company, we used the same contractors. I would say 99% of people in Columbus don't have full-time in-house crews. I would say 100, but I don't know for sure. But I know who a lot of the best people use, because all the best people use the same people. But I use the same everyday crew. So that's the kind of the difference is when you work for a large company, you call a guy who has 16 crews, and that guy just puts one of his 16 crews on your job. I mean, they're going to be good, but for me, it's the comfortability with the same crew every day. Like they know your expectation. Like, and even if the 16 crews know your expectation, is all 16 crews going to follow your expectation?
Right.
So when you have a crew that you use every day, you know, if there's extra material left over, they can keep it in their van. Easy, right? It keeps you from making a trip, saves you money and saves me money. So, and then I have a couple, like I have one to two full-time repair techs. One lives in downtown Columbus, and like another one helps me out a lot in Delaware. And so it's nice because I live in Grove City, so we kind of divide and conquer the city. So it's a loaded question because I did a $1.7 million job in Lewis Center, and we had over 100 guys there every day. We did it the week of the 4th of July, and we finished in a week.
Damn.
So, you know, W-2 employees, just a couple. It's nice because for me, it's always hard to delegate because I love going out and getting on roofs, similar to like you guys said with your story and how you like to be like the face of the business and be upfront. Because people know when they call the number on Google, like that's my phone number. Like I don't have a work phone and personal phone. It's all one number. So it's nice because there's nothing ever slips through the cracks, I guess. But I'm getting so busy, like just from referrals and business and like just from different realtors introducing me to different people inside of their brokerage, that I'm going to be hiring a full-time assistant, you know, start coming out of this winter into the spring, and that'll help kind of streamline a lot of my business and help take me to that next step.
Yeah, we joke about getting an assistant all the time.
Yeah.
Someday.
Would be nice, but
You end up just using, like now we have to use notes in our phone and notepads and just like try to keep track of everything. And like once a week sit down and be like, what the hell are we doing again?
Yeah.
Crazy. What else you got? Are you looking to like expand, or what are your goals with the company?
So my thoughts on that kind of changed a few months ago. Originally I wanted to open like 5 in Ohio because like my main logo's Near Me Roofing. It has the state of Ohio on the outside. And I was like, man, if I have 5 in Ohio, I can just conquer Ohio. And I was like, I don't ever want to go anywhere, right? Like, I can stay here. Like, there's so much business in Columbus. Columbus is growing so rapidly, and there's a lot of communities that are 20 years old or older. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, all these places need to be roofed. And there's a reason, like, all these big companies are moving from close to here because the opportunity is here. So my main goal now is in 2 to 4 years to be the biggest roofing company in Columbus. Just drop a pin in downtown Columbus and go out an hour in every direction and just rule that area. Like, that's what I want.
Oh, yeah. Global domination. I imagine tornadoes out here is probably good for roofing companies, huh?
Yeah, so like I'd say like 90% of roofing companies, have been insurance based for 20 years. I don't encourage people to file insurance claims. Like, that's another thing where I'm very different. I'm not going to knock your door and tell you to file an insurance claim. Like, I'll pull a roof report, tell you a price for your roof, and if I get on your roof and you have, what I perceive as adequate damage in your roof to file a claim, I would help you with that process. But so many roofing companies just tell you to file a claim without even looking at your insurance paperwork. So many. It's incredible to me. And I'm like, you don't have storm damage. And they're like, well, XYZ company told me I did. I'm like, well, here's your roof, and here's a roof that has hail damage. They're like, my roof doesn't look like that. I'll say, exactly. Like, it's crazy. There's just so much money in the insurance-based roofing world. But over the last 1.5 years, 2 years, it's like a light switch. They shut it off. Very hard. There's companies out there that are still getting approved, but it's like this year we had the least amount of storms that we've ever had in Ohio's history. Last year we had the most tornadoes out of any state in the country. So it was wild. Last year was a wild year. One was real close to not far from you.
Yeah, there was that one in West Jeff too last year.
Yeah, same day as Hilliard's.
Literally right to the house I moved to. It like took out the neighbor's house.
That's good. You're like, I'll move here because lightning doesn't strike twice.
Yeah, exactly. You got to move to the damage zone now. Like, I should be good for a little while.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's how most people do it, because the insurance sales world versus the retail sales world is night and day. Insurance world, you got these guys waiving people's deductibles, so they're literally giving them $15,000 and $20,000 and $25,000 products for free. Like, who can't sell that?
Yeah,
you could teach your son how to do that. And for like, if you're selling somebody a $20,000-$25,000 product, like, you have to be educated on it. You have to know your product. Mm-hmm. If somebody's giving you $25,000, they're going to do their due diligence.
Yeah.
And I tell people that all the time. I've replaced roofs that's only been 2 years old because the company that did it was just an insurance roofing company that didn't really care about the product. It was free. But I'm like, it wasn't free. It's still $25,000. You're just not paying it.
Yeah. I imagine the insurance companies after a while would crack down on that.
Well, that's why the last 2 years, back in the day, people were filing insurance claims and insurance carriers were sending checks to people's houses and not even sending adjusters. 5-figure checks.
It's crazy.
Just to your house. Like, here you go.
Like, hope you replace your roof with this. Yeah.
So 08, 09, the recession came and they changed how they pay stuff out on a 2-step payment process because they came back. They're like, we paid $80,000 for this person to get new roof, siding, gutters, XYZ. And like, we just repossessed the house and none of that was done. They went to Disney World and they bought a car and a couch.
Range Rover.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so they're like, yeah, we have to change this up. And so now they give you like a 2-step payment process to help deter that. But 70% of people still don't file for that second part of the money. So it's still showing you that people are still keeping that money.
Yeah.
And not getting it done. They're like, well, my roof's not leaking. They're like, so if like they don't get hit by a tornado or 2-inch hail, they're like, what's a couple shingles damaged? Like,
yeah.
Let's tar it over and be good.
Duct tape. Where I'm from in Washington, everyone just put a blue tarp up there.
Oh,
a couple
man.
cinder blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was very standard up there.
Just an up and over roof, like huge tarp.
Yep, huge tarp, and throw some cinder blocks up there. And
they say, how much does that
work
cost?
Pretty good.
I mean, for a time being, until you have like another really big storm that rips the tarp off.
Yeah, but Washington, it's not so much wind. Yeah. It's mostly just rain.
Wet.
And so it'll last for a little while until it stops.
And then you just buy another tarp.
Buy another tarp.
They gave you enough money. They're like, we can keep buying tarps for 15
Stacking
years.
them up.
That's fair.
Yeah, they sell a lot of blue tarps in the state. Now they're going through like 2 weeks of straight rain out there right now. It's like well, the
flooding
west
and everything.
Side. Yeah, it's like monsoon everywhere.
No, Spokane just had 75-mile-an-hour winds.
That'll do
A
it.
bunch of power.
My brother had 90 mile an hour in Montana. He sent me a picture of the outhouse on their job site. It was a block and a half down the road, tipped over. And he's like, yep, that's out of commission.
That's wild.
What's the worst roof you've had to do? You ever fallen through a roof? Is that a worry for you guys? I feel like
I've had friends that have fallen through roofs.
that's gotta be scary.
They call me. I had a buddy call me. He said, Zach, I just fell through this lady's roof. And this wasn't for my own company because I'd probably killed somebody. But he fell through and his legs were like dangling in like the lady's bedroom.
Oh my God.
Because he caught himself on the rafters. And he's like, Zach, I fell through. I'm like, well, first, like, are you okay? Like, are you good? And he's like, yeah, man, I just need your drywall guy out here to fix this. He's like, the lady's not happy. And I'm like, I don't think she'd be, but I'm like, but I've been the worst roof. I've seen roofs that we did a roof not that long ago that had like 4 layers of shingles on it. So that was pretty crazy. By code in Ohio, you can lay over once. I don't do layovers, but you can just go over top of somebody's shingles and you will see that happen. But 4 layers was crazy. Like by the time the bottom layer doesn't even have, like the 4th shingle, like your nails aren't even getting through the wood. Like they're just going through old shingles. So like, you'll see
Imagine the weight's probably an issue too.
Oh, crazy. Like it's like you get up there and they're like, you go from doing like a normal house, 2,500 square foot roof. Now you have 100,000 squares worth of shingles like that you're tearing off. You have like 4 dumpsters for a job that should only take you 1, and it's a mess. But I've also seen people that have like a couple dozen 5-gallon buckets in their attic, like just catching water from wherever it's leaking. And people ask me all the time, well, how much longer do I have on my roof? And I'm like, it all depends on what you want to go through. Like I've seen people do some crazy things and I'm like, ugh. But yeah, falling through. The reason my friend fell through is because whoever did the roof last had just shingled over where a skylight used to be. Like they didn't even put wood down. It was literally like a trap door on the roof. Like he just stepped and went right through. And but yeah, it happens. I mean, there's a couple times where guys will fall through and it's a mess. But in construction, I kind of let everybody know, like especially homeowners. I'm like, in our world, it's not the end of the world. When you don't do construction, you think it's the end of the world. Yeah. Like for us, like we'll vacuum up all your insulation. Like we're going to do everything that's going to be right to make you whole. Like I replace the whole room's drywall where, some bigger companies just try to patch that one piece.
And then you can see the
you can see the difference. Yeah. Like, no, I'm not going to do that to you. And then we'll paint the whole ceiling for you. Like, yeah, do I want to do that? No. Like, is that really my guy's fault? That's the guy people before shingled over something that was literally space. Like whoever stepped there was going to fall through that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be so pissed, like trying to do Christmas lights. You like fall through your roof, and you're like,
yeah, he's 6'2", 240 Marine. Like,
yeah, at least it happened when the roof was getting replaced.
Yeah.
Any other time, you'd be like, dude, get the tarp.
Yeah, you're right. Blue tarp and cinder blocks.
That's wild.
But I've seen a lot. I mean, like it's just some of the stuff you see when you get up there. Like I've seen people like use like step flashing is what goes like behind a chimney or behind a wall. I've seen where people have used like flat pop cans as like their step flashing, and I'm like, this is really interesting. Or one time we redoing a flashing on a chimney, and the bats were living in it. So my guy sent me a picture, and I'm like, what am I looking at? And he's like, there's a bat, and I had to like zoom in, and I'm like, yeah, there is. And it's like, they're protected, so now you got to wait and have somebody come out. But
yeah. I noticed. I used to do like construction all growing up, and then I was a home inspector for a while in Washington State. But out there, like every ledge has flashing on it. Like every piece of trim, everything has flashing. Yeah. It's just so wet. But here, there's like hardly any flashing. Like on the house you did the roof for.
Yeah,
that's how I know Zach. By the way, he replaced my roof. Shit's at the beginning, but on that house, it was like some windows were flashed, some were not. Some trim was. It was just like. He's like, I got a pile of trim here flashing. Let's see what I want to put it on. Just pick and choose spots. But interesting.
Yeah, I think there's like, because people always ask me, there's like things that you should do in construction and shouldn't do. People like ask me about code, and I'm like, code is based on municipality. It could be different from Hilliard to Delaware to Powell. Like, drip edge on a house. Like people are like, Zach, like, should I have this? Like, yes, you absolutely should have it. Like, is by law, do you have to have it? I don't know, but like it's costs $7.50 a stick. Like every house should have drip edge on it.
Yeah. It's a lot more expensive replacing rot.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. What else we got, Cole? Anything?
I'm so out of my element with this. I don't know anything. I don't even know what flashing is, honestly.
That's fair.
So, I know about burgers, you said.
Yeah. You want to tell us about your story getting into work today?
Oh, yeah. On top of the freezer going out yesterday, I was picking up my daughter from school, And then I get probably a block away from my house and my front right tire just blows out completely flat. I have to pull over, change my tire. I'm like, it's fine. I got another car. We got a minivan. I got a spare car. Drive it back home. Start to jump the car. Battery's completely dead. So couldn't jump it in. Had to get an Uber.
They have 2 dead cars at home.
2 dead cars. So I have to figure that out tomorrow.
That's a tomorrow problem. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. That sounds like a bad day. You're like, yeah, you should probably just stay at home. Like, hey, buddy, I can't make it in today. This isn't my day.
I was like, get an Uber. I'll have a cocktail ready for you when you get here. Get an Uber home tonight too, huh?
Good day.
Where do you live at?
Hilliard.
Okay.
So I live literally
away
a mile away from him.
My old house.
Your old neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're out in West Jeff now, and it's completely different. Huge change of pace. Just nothing out there. 1,000 acres of corn. Someday I'm gonna buy it.
The corn?
Nah, I just want the
acres.
I don't want the corn. Yeah, I just want the acres.
Oh, he said he'll have a farmer pay him to farm it still.
Yeah. We'll see.
So you mentioned that you could sell pretty much anything.
Easily.
I am not a salesperson.
Okay.
I can't sell anything. I'm just curious, like how did you develop that? Is that something you've kind of just always like known how to do, or did you learn? I mean, obviously you probably learned it and read about it, but
I think it's funny you say that. So a lot of friends tell me to read certain books. I refuse to read sales books.
that's fair.
Refuse it. I'm like, I want to be me. I don't want to be whoever. I mean, they could be really good at sales, but I don't want to be Joe Schmo.
Yeah.
It's because I've always been personable. Like I've always liked people. Like in the earliest story that I can remember is in I grew up in the inner city. And my mom would never let me have a bike because of it. She's like, it's way too many cars. You can't have a bike. Like you're too crazy pretty much. You'll get hit by a car. And so back home, there's a company called Harry London's Chocolate, and they went to the school and they're like, roll it out. I was at a K-8 school at the time called Hope Academy on the southwest end of Canton. And they're like, whoever wins a bike. And I'm like, well, I'm about to win this bike because I can't buy a bike. I'm in 3rd grade. And I'm like, so I'm about to just sell the shit out of this chocolate. So I literally would it's amazing that I wasn't kidnapped as a kid, because I would go door to door to door selling chocolates for people. And then I'd when we go to my grandpa's house, I literally was in people's house. And I remember people making me like cookies and hot chocolate, and I'm like 10 years old, and I'm like in their house selling them candy. And I would just tell them, oh yeah, my grandpa lives over there. Like, okay, what do you want? Like, here's the brochure. And I sold like $2,600 worth of Harry London's chocolate. And that's 20 years ago. That's a lot of money. It's not like today. And, so, I did that, and like, my mom always told me, knowledge is power. So I started to like just learn a lot of just plain knowledge. Like I used to read a big book called The Big Book of Knowledge. It's like a red hardcover book. It just has millions of facts in it. And I think for me, it's like always being able to relate to people. So for me, like I've always loved sports, but I've always liked just random knowledge and facts. Mm-hmm. So it's like, for me, I feel like I don't care if you're 10, 12, 80, what your background is, what color your skin is. Like for me, like I've always been able to relate to people. And when you can relate to people and develop that common ground, it's the easiest to sell something, because it's like your best friend or somebody in your family selling you something. It's like, hey, I already trust this person. Like this person already, like but it's genuine.
Yeah.
And like these books, like it's trying to teach you how to be how somebody else is, and like psychologically selling stuff to people. And for me, it's just being a normal human being, like developing a rapport with somebody off of anything they like. Like I'm very, very observant. Like I feel like I should work in the FBI. Like when I'm somewhere, like I observe all my surroundings. And it, like, if someone has a random tattoo of something, like, obviously that means something to them. So, you'll like, not like you guys, because you guys are covered.
Yeah,
but if you guys had like a few tattoos,
that's pretty cool. I don't know.
Like if you had like a little flamingo on you somewhere,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, well, what does that flamingo mean? And they're like, like it happened to me at a store where we used to stitch products at the store at Buckeye Corner. And this girl's like, yeah, I don't want anything embroidered on my hat, like nothing. And she gets to the register, and I seen her go pay, and I seen she had a flamingo on her arm. I said, what does that mean? We can stitch that on your hat. And she's like, no way. Her mom had passed away, and she said it was her mom's spirit animal. So like that stuff, like I just really pay attention to people. And I like to get to know people for who they are. I don't like to have small talk. You know, I like to have genuine conversations, even if I'll never talk to that person again in my life. I'm like, that person was pretty cool. And like, I took this from that person.
Yeah. I had a lady came to the Hilliard house to try to sell me on like a lawn service. They were going to fix my lawn for me. Me and my wife and 2 kids are walking out, loading up into the car. And I see her walking up. I was like, oh, she's, kids are screaming. I'm like, we're just trying to leave.
Yeah.
And she comes over and literally insults my lawn. She's like, listen, dude, you got the worst lawn in the neighborhood. We can fix that. But like right now, it's pretty terrible. I'm like, lady, it's like one that is a horrible sales pitch. You just pissed me off. But no, I think they should have like a test before they send people out there and start. Yeah, go sell our product. I'm like, man, even if I need, which I definitely needed someone to fix my lawn for me, but I was not going to use that company.
Yeah.
Or that lady.
Well, I think it's like, you know, people talk about different strokes for different folks and things like that. Cause I'll meet other really good salespeople. Like I tell people, to me, like, and I mean this with like all humbleness, like I'm the best salesperson I've ever met in my life because nobody's going to try harder than me and nobody cares as much about people as me. It's not because I care about selling you this product. It's like people always ask me, like when I was in a retail setting, like I have over 150 pairs of tennis shoes, like, cause I worked in a shoe store for 4 years.
Like right now?
Currently.
Dang, how big is your closet?
It's in my basement. It's in this past closet.
Does it like have like a bunch of like rolling out? Like
I have all the clear cases from Amazon. So people would see 2 shirts that they like in my store and say, hey, Zach, like, you know, because all my customers were pretty much regulars. They're like, you know, which one should I get? And I'm like, well, if you like both, you should buy both. But it's not because I'm trying to sell it to you. It's because like that's how I am as a human. Like if you really like 2 things, like they're not $10,000 each. Like they're $30 and $30. Like you should buy both. And, you know, some other people would just pick one, you know, and leave it at that. And I feel like, I don't know, like these people, like it's just really cool, the humanality of it all. And just hearing how people are. And like, cause I just walk people through how my brain thinks. I'm like, this is just logical to me. Like everything is broken down to logic, right? Like if you're hungry, you eat, you know, like it's very simple. It's like how much you eat, that's up to you. And I feel like for most people, like most people are just, they kind of stop at like a base level. And, you know, some people don't like to be in front of people. Some people would say they aren't salesy. And it's like you can kind of tell like the genuine people versus people trying to sell you things for the most part. Like for me, when I sell a roof, like I don't even go out that day with numbers and something for you to sign or for you to even do that day. Like it's a 5-figure investment. Like all these big companies are trying to sell it to you, but by the time it gets dark outside, saying, hey, if you sign this, I'll take 15% off, or I'll take 10% off, or the 20% off. For me, my price is my price. I'll say, and I tell people to get 3 quotes. I'm like, hey, I want you to call other people. Like I want you to see where other people's pricing is at, because I don't want to give you a price and price shock you for 1. And for 2, my time is valuable. So it's like, for me, it's like, but you call me when you're ready. Like when you feel like it's the best time for you. I don't offer financing either, and I don't do insurance work. Other roofing company owners find that remarkable because I'm like, people have it. Like you just have to be creative for them. Like people don't even know what a HELOC is. I'm like, it's a home equity line of credit. Everybody should have one on their home. Whether you use it or not, you should have it. It's like the safest form of credit. It's like your house is your credit card.
Yeah.
And every bank's going to give it to you because you're doing the roof and they own it until you pay it off. They're 50-50 owners with you for 30 years.
And then you don't have to chase people either.
Yeah. And it's like, you know what your interest rate is. You know, they're like, well, this other big company said I can have 0 down for 60 months. I'm like, yeah, how much were they charging you? Yeah, 25% more money. Like, and by the time you get done paying that off, you're going to pay for your roof 2, maybe 3 times if you break that down.
And you'll probably replace it before you finish paying it off.
Yeah. Like, it's like, like I said, I just think logically for people. Like when you grow up, like you don't have much, like you become resourceful. And then when you gain that knowledge, you should pass that knowledge on to other people to help those people be more educated. And if they don't want to take that advice or they're not in a position to take that advice, I still sleep well at night. So for me, it's like, what's the best thing I can tell somebody to sleep well at night? Like, hey, if you need a new roof, you need a new roof. If you don't, you don't. You know, I'm not the person telling you if you have 5 to 7 years left on your roof that you need a new roof. Because why? I want to own my business for 30 years. I never want to sell to private equity. Ever. I don't care if a private equity firm comes in 5 years from now when I'm the biggest roofing company in Columbus, says, hey, here's $100 million, walk away. I would tell them no. Why? At that point, I'll be making $8 to $12 million a year. I don't want that. Like I want to develop something that people can tell about, like tell their kids about. Like one day I want to do your son's roof, you know, or your daughter's roof. And like, to me, like that's cool. Like money doesn't motivate me. You know, helping people is what motivates me.
Mic drop.
Yeah. Mic drop. That went deep.
No, I mean, I think a lot of it echoes like just, it's not sales, it's like hospitality. It's genuine interactions with people. How many times, how often are we inundated with ads trying to sell us something, trying to create an artificial problem that we don't perceive that we have, but they're saying that we have. And it's like, bro, just meet me where I'm at. Just like talk to me, like get to know me. And like, if I need this, great. And if I don't, all right, fuck off. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's the same thing. I mean, it's very similar to like owning a restaurant. It's like, everyone's got burgers. You want our burgers? Great. We do it a certain way. If you don't like that, that's fine. Like, yeah, we love our burgers.
Yeah.
You don't like, you want a bigger burger? Like, go somewhere. Like, there's plenty of fucking options for people. Yeah. It's like, I don't have to sell it to you. It's just the way we sell it is because we love it. Yeah. We eat it every single day. Like, if that resonates with you, great. And if not, hey, there's someone else.
Yeah, 100%. And I tell people that too. I'm like, you know, like, I know that I'll be the best person to do your roof because I'm going to care the most and my people do things the right way. And I'm like, you know, if you don't want that, that's okay. Like I'll be okay. Like and that's the good thing, you know, about the people that support me because they refer me so much. Like we sell a lot of business, not just full roofs, but a bunch of repairs and gutters and whatever else. And it's like, I don't need your business. Like, do I want your business? Absolutely. Like I want everybody's business for the most part, but I don't need it. And like, you know, there's a point in your life where you have that and there's no other better feeling than that. Because if you have an asshole, you can tell that person to fuck off. And like, that's a great feeling. Like, hey, like, I know I'm the best person for your job. Like you're being over the top right now. Like this is absurd.
Yeah, I don't want to do it anyways.
Yeah. Like, I hope the other person gets the job because I don't want to do your job. And it sucks that, you know, you have people out there like that. Some people just take life too seriously too. Like I think you run into people that, you know, you can tell haven't had like real world problems, you know, like you two. Like thank you both for your service, both military men. And, you know, people that grow up with issues, like real issues, you're like, for me, it's like, you know, if my family isn't dying, it's not really an issue. It's a problem, but it can be solved. And most problems can be solved very easily. People always like, you know, get real aggravated or, you know, their tone heightens. And I'm like, hey, these are the issues. Like obstacles happen. Like that is life. Like if this derails you, like you should probably get some therapy. Cause I'm like, we'll figure it out the answer. Like if I can't find out the answer in 24 hours, then it's a real problem because I mean, I have such a big network of people. Like you spoke to networking earlier and I have my own networking group at Kitchen Social in Bridge Park once a week with lenders and title agents and realtors and owner operators of different businesses. And, it's like in that group alone, like it's like my buddy's having problems with HELOC and with his credit score is bad. And I'm like, I know way too many lenders with crazy products. Like somebody I know has to be able to help you. Mm-hmm. And like, that's the best thing about having the network I have. It's like, call these people and like these people will help you. It doesn't even have to benefit me. Like, and that's another thing. Like you talk about sales. It's like, hey, I just like to be a problem solver. Like, cause I hate problems. Like I never knew I was an anxious person until probably the last couple of years. I just thought I was like I just would stay up all night thinking about problems and solutions and problems and solutions. And I'm like, I just thought that I wanted to be great. Like I didn't know that it was anxiety. And so for now, it's like, that's why I have to figure out problems so fast. Like I took a multi-level personality test. It was like an $800 test from a lady who does it for different businesses. And my number one trait, like I was in the 100th percentile for problem solving. It's like, because I don't like to feel anxious. Like, I'm like, I need to find an answer. Like, for anything.
I think especially being a business owner, you have to be a problem solver if you want to be a successful business owner. I mean, and I think our military training, we were team leader buddies in the military, but like, that's literally all you do. Every drill or something you're doing, you're finding out what's the problem. You know, you look at your training and whatever else, what tools you have, and you're like, how do I fix this and move to the next problem? And then it's just constantly like solving problems. So now the restaurant is the exact same thing. Like freezer broke, your tire exploded. It's just always a problem. But we're constantly like, we're working through like our big picture plan.
Yeah.
While we're like defeating all the small problems, like to get to the end goal of, whatever that might be, mega yachts.
And like you said, it's like a problem, like for you guys in your training, like for me, it's just my life. Like the way that my life has been, I've always had to be a problem solver. But like from my childhood, like, people will complain about if their childhood was poor or these problems that happened when they were a kid. But I'm like, you can look at it in two different ways. Like you can boo-hoo about your childhood all you want. But I'm like, it molded you into who you are. Like for me, it's like, my grandfather was huge in growing up. And anybody that's listened to me on any podcast or speaking in general knows that. But he never said, I love you. Never said, I'm proud of you a day in my life. But he always pushed me. Like you could win by more. You could do it faster. Like if there's an issue, he would always tell me I'm an elephant in a china shop. Like, cause I would just try to bully through problems. Like whatever it was, like if we were moving furniture, I'd always want to do it the fastest and do it from point A to point B. And he would always tell me like, it's not always like that. Like sometimes there's finesse in life.
Yeah.
And so problems are just, all problems to me are pretty much categorized the same, whether they're big or small. It's just how many answers are you going to have before it's actually solved.
Right. Yeah. And then the problems just keep compounding. Now, we always say you get like a week of no problems and you're like, oh, fuck. Something's coming.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
You want to answer some questions?
Let's do it.
What the people have asked us for the podcast. I got one for each of you.
Okay.
All right, Zach, the sketchiest roof you've been on or the highest?
The sketchiest roof or the highest? I've never fallen off a roof, knock on wood. The sketchiest roof I've ever been on, honestly, was just because of how I placed my ladder. Like I put my ladder, like it was pretty steep and I put it in the valley because the valley is the easiest part to walk up. But the problem was, this was early on in my career. I wasn't thinking about coming down. I'm like, all right, this is the easiest spot to go up. But then when I was coming down, like I'm in this super steep valley, my ladder wasn't up high enough. And I'm like, there's nobody around. And I'm just sitting up there, like my hands are getting sweaty even thinking about it. And I'm like up there and I'm like, man, like I can't let the homeowner see me up here just sitting here. Like I was like in the valley, I'm like literally trying to figure out how to get on my ladder and off this valley. Cause it was like up and down. Like I'm like, as soon as I step on, I felt like my ladder was going to push forward because it wasn't back enough. And that time, and then another time, this roof wasn't even the same thing. Where I put my ladder, the roof had like lost all of its granules. It was like past its life. Wasn't that steep, wasn't that tall. But when I tried to get down onto it, I like put my ladder too far over. And then I had like a pine tree to my left. So I'm like up there and I'm like in like the crucifix position. It's like has me here and here. And I'm like literally stuck on this roof. I'm like, if these neighbors see me, they're gonna think I'm an idiot. So I like just reach into the tree and I'm like grabbing this pine tree and I'm like just trying to move my arms out to just get on the ladder. The highest, I've probably been on roofs like 40, 50 feet tall. And the crazy thing is I'm actually afraid of heights. But I get on roofs every day. But the crazy thing is when I get on a roof, I like trick my mind into thinking like that's like my new ground. So I'm like, once I'm on the roof, I'm like, I'm on the ground. So it's only scary then when you get back on the ladder.
Yeah.
What about you? What's the sketchiest roof you've been on? Which roof you've been on? Or the highest roof?
The house we built in Washington, it was 3 stories on the backside. Mm-hmm. And it was a 10-12 pitch.
Yeah.
And we did all the sheeting for it and sheeted it all the way up.
Yeah.
And the main floor, like the great room, had like 22-foot vaulted ceilings.
Yeah.
It was very tall. It's the front side. It's like single story on the back.
Yeah, probably 40, 50 feet.
Single on the front.
Yeah.
Like, triple on the back. So the front side, it's not that bad. You fall off, it's 10 feet. You'll be all right. But you get on the other side of it and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. That's like 10, 12, 10. I always tell people, since you're talking about pitches or roofs, like 10, 12 is like the last pitch. It's like steep, but comfortable enough to walk. Like once you get to 12, 12 and up, you don't really see guys walking that too much.
Yeah. We did all the sheeting on it. And then we're like, yeah, we're not doing the roof. We just hire somebody.
Shingle the rest.
Yeah. I mean, I was probably 14, 15, I think, or 15, 16 at the time.
Yeah.
So
a little more fearless.
Yeah, there was a little fear though. Like, I don't want to fall this thing. No, thank you.
Okay.
All right, Cole. The other question is when's the mob boss coming back?
The mob boss. That's a great question. So I think we're kind of like streamlining how we're doing the burgers of the week going into 2026. Kind of been doing it already, but basically each month for each week, we're going to do 1 week is going to be a kitchen creation. So one of our guys in the kitchen is going to have their own burger of the week that they can spearhead. They create the menu, create the recipe, train everyone, and they kind of unveil that.
That's sweet.
Then we'll have a new creation, which is kind of like the whole kitchen comes together, or me and you decide we want to do a burger. That'll be a new creation. The third is going to be a collab. So either with another restaurant, another small business, whoever, just kind of like brainstorming something and then unveiling it as like that. And then the fourth one, which leads to this question, is a rerun of past burgers. I haven't exactly thought of how we want to decide. Right now, it's just, I really like that burger. Why don't we do that one again? But I think maybe 2026 we'll start doing like a top 4, doing a poll and being like, hey guys, out of these 4 past burgers, which ones do you guys want to see?
We could run it as like a Instagram post.
Exactly. And then let the
poll.
Let the customers decide, and then we'll go from there. So I don't know. You keep bugging us.
We'll
Might come back sooner
do like
than
a
later.
monthly battle of the burgers.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
put all the old ones we've done on there.
Yeah, a little like bracket.
It's like
That'd
you
be
got
sweet.
3 days to vote, and then we just go.
Yeah. So
March
that's kind of like,
Madness.
that's what 2026 is looking for the burger of the week.
I like that. And then after, like, if the same burger gets voted like 3 months in a row, it goes on the menu full time.
Oh, yeah. Platinum.
Yeah, this burger's gone platinum. Turn into a burger of the month. You want to talk about last week's burger, which is this week's burger?
AJ's Burrito
AJ's.
Burger. What do you want to?
Did you see that one?
I didn't see it.
This is a collab. We've been wanting to do this for probably 6 months before we opened the bar.
Yeah.
It was like, I think right when we were opening the bar, we kind of had the idea and we're like, this would be a great burger. But then we opened the bar. They recently just opened a restaurant. So we did a collab with them. It's a double smash burger. I gotta start putting them up on there so we can look at our burger of the week. But it's a double smash burger, pepper jack cheese, AJ's tacos. Have you had them?
I haven't.
Fantastic. You gotta
Okay.
try it.
Famous for the burrito.
Street tacos or
They're
American
like,
tacos?
Are they quesabria tacos? They call them,
Yeah, yeah.
Dip them.
with the consomme. Yeah. Come some, however you want to say it.
Some.
Come some.
But we put their burrito on top of our burger, and then onions, cilantro, and chipotle mayo.
Yeah.
And then it comes with the side of the consomme.
I'm a basic burger guy though. Like just
yeah.
ketchup, mustard, pickle, burger. I just want the burger.
Eat one every day for 2.5 years, and you'll be like,
We need to do
I
something
can do
different.
something else. No, this
It's like
one's
chicken and
definitely-
rice when people are on a diet.
Yeah, this one's definitely like, well, I think a top 3
Yeah.
contender for some of the ones we've done. At least top 5.
Yeah.
But it's someone asked me if this was my new favorite or if this was my favorite. I'm like, there's so many good ones. We've done like so many different styles. It's like you can't really
Yeah.
compare them.
It's like we tell everyone, this week's burger of the week is my new favorite because it's something
It's
different.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, and then I'll eat that twice and I'm like, all right, I just want a cheeseburger, plain cheeseburger.
What's I guess this is for both of you. What for you guys, like if you had to make like a burger, not your own, but just like a burger, like what's your go-to toppings? Like what's going on your burger?
That 100% depends on the day.
You know, 2 years ago, that would have been something completely different. It probably would have been like mustard, pickles, and maybe lettuce and mayo, like something simple, baby bacon. But
Bacon's always a good choice. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I'm so different every day.
yeah,
I like the All-Americans, but sometimes I'll make it like a Whopper instead.
Whopper's my favorite
And-
fast food sandwich.
Yeah.
when it's
shout-
good, it's fantastic.
Shout out Burger King.
Bro, it's
Yeah,
I drove by
Nicola
one
with
yesterday.
SpongeBob, I gotta try that out. Krabby Patties.
Yeah, I drove by Burger King yesterday, and you smell them. You're like, I could go for a Whopper right now. Crazy.
Yeah.
We got to figure out how to market the smell of our burgers. Like blow a fan through the brewery district.
Yeah. Just a huge fan.
What
like
works?
The concerts.
We have 3 stories above us of condos. And so, like, the smell from the griddle goes, like, the hood vent goes through, like, half these people's closet space.
all
so
their, all their
yeah,
clothes smell like your burgers. You
You can smell it in the hallways sometimes, and then they'll come down that night.
need to bottle it and use it for like a cologne for people walking around.
Yeah. No.
You could ask my wife. It's not pleasant.
That's when, I mean, we're rarely working in the kitchen anymore, but back in like the food truck days, I would never have a beard or long hair.
Yeah.
I mean, I was growing out my hair, but back then it was pretty short. And in the food truck, you're just caked in grease.
Oh yeah.
All the time. And
Especially when
like,
the summer out.
yeah,
Grease and sweat.
yeah, you'd sweat until you couldn't sweat anymore. Just like lose like 5 pounds of water in a shift.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's why we weren't too quick to jump back into the food truck game. We sold it a month after we opened the restaurant. And we're like, we're good.
Like it's nice. It's temperature controlled in here.
Yeah, everything gets delivered to us. You're not chasing everything around all the time. And
I think I seen something that said Columbus has the most food trucks and food carts in the country.
I believe it. Like when we started our food truck, there's a Central Ohio Food Truck Association. So just like Columbus and like, places around there. And when we started, it had 115, I believe. And then a year later when we were leaving, I think they had like 150.
Yeah.
Like it's just, and that's the licensed trucks that are part of the court like that.
Yeah.
It's probably double that just in
at least
like,
triple.
Yeah.
Cause I seen too, like we're a tester market for all the fast food restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll go here like a Wendy's or McDonald's and have something crazy on the menu, and you go even 2 hours away and like you don't even see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say if you can make it in the Midwest, you can make it anywhere. We'll see.
Hopefully.
You guys going back to Washington?
I don't
I
want
don't
to.
ever want to go back to Washington.
If we sell it, I would tell whoever we sold it to, be like, yeah, put some out there.
Yeah.
Make sure it's good, though.
This is the recipe. Take this with you.
Nah, everybody wants us to put them all over the country. We get people like coming from Texas or Florida. Like, you guys should franchise this back in my hometown. Like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
Yeah.
Where's Kevin O'Leary?
Yeah, someday.
That's your guys' goal to franchise it?
It changes day by day,
Yeah.
week by week.
Depends on
month
the
by
money,
month.
right?
It all depends. I mean, we're like,
Opportunity.
it's important. Like, span of control is important to us. If you get too big too quick, you lose control. Your product drops, and once your quality drops and you lose control, it's insanely difficult to get it back.
Yeah.
Without literally like cutting off half the restaurants. If you just like cut off everything and bring it back, then you could kind of start over and rebuild. But if you built 10 Smash Buddies next year and then the quality dropped, everyone's like
lose
like
faith.
that. You lose faith, and no one's, even if you go and rebuild and start over, trying to get those people to come back and be like,
just kidding.
we fucked up, we fixed it, come back, it's normal again. Like,
I don't know.
good luck.
Chipotle does it a lot though. I remember when I was in high school, they had that big E. coli outbreak, and they're like, "Hey, everybody, we'll give you a free bowl." They're like, I'm like, it's like funny. It's like anytime there's like food scares, like it always just happens to be Chipotle.
They just buy you back.
Yeah, they do. They're like, "We'll give you free food." Like, come on, give us another go. Get sick again. Like,
Because it tasted good.
Yeah.
It was just the outcome of it.
yeah. I feel like, I think is it what In-N-Out? There's pretty much all West Coast.
Yeah, they're
it's
starting to expand now, I think.
I saw that, but for years they're like, because they only use the same farms to produce all of their products, and for decades, that's how they did it.
And the founder, it's because the founder was like very adamant on like what his criteria was for expanding.
Yeah.
Like he had to reach specific sales quotas. He had to own the entire land, not just the building, but the land under it.
Yeah.
And like it was like such a long list of things that it was like almost impossible to meet. And once all of those quotas were met, he'd open up another location, which I think he just passed away like 10 years ago or so.
Okay.
His daughter and like
That makes sense.
more of the family's kind of like taking over.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like, taking a little bit more liberties to
Like we could
expand.
probably do this. It's just like
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A whenever they die. Like somebody's going to open on Sundays. Like we'll see Chick-fil-A open on Sundays, I think, in our
Probably.
life. Somebody's going to take it over and be like, how do we get 1/7 more sales?
I think
If we open the day we're not open.
There's got to be a Chick-fil-A out there that's like secretly open on Sundays.
Right? Like, like, damn, you're killing it in sales. How are you doing it?
Call-in orders only. Like, don't come to the restaurant. We'll meet you in the Target parking lot.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're all franchised, right?
Who?
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're like really selective, I think, about their.
And you can only own one.
Yeah.
So like a lot of other ones you can like own basically like all of
Like
Columbus.
McDonald's or like
Yeah.
Pizza Huts or something.
Whereas that one, it's like, nope, we're only going to select the people and you can only own this one. And it's the only thing you can do. That's like,
Why do you think they
very
do that?
strict. Huh?
Why do you think they do that?
Quality. It's like span of control, just like you said. It's like, yeah, you can own 5 McDonald's, but are all 5 going to meet the standard of McDonald's? Maybe not. Chick-fil-A is very much like it has to be exactly like every other Chick-fil-A. And
You'd think they'd have like stepping stones. If you like meet these, we'll
Let you have one more.
Because like if you had a experienced franchise owner that wants to, it seems like it'd be easier to have an experienced person that's doing a really good job
Then a new one.
second one than constantly trying to find new people. But
Probably, but I guess I don't know. Maybe they're
they
just
seem to
not,
be doing all right.
They're not looking for that
they're everywhere.
mentality. They're just looking for people who are like, let's do 7 million in sales. And like, let's just write that out.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Teach their own. We'll see.
It kind of makes sense though, because you see them the build outs, like going on everywhere. So it's like a new build on a house, right? Like it's like, I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah. As far
Well,
as
there's
our-
a reason Chick-fil-A has like the average unit for Chick-fil-A does 5 times the amount of sales as a McDonald's. Like McDonald's is like 2.5 million. I think the average Chick-fil-A is like $11 million per unit.
But it
So
would,
like,
because that one, like I've only seen one close ever, and and it's just like they moved, like the one near Polaris. They just moved from like over there by that bar, Hound Dogs or something, and they moved to like the main part, but it's smaller now, but it's just in a busier part of Polaris. So it makes sense if you can only own one. They're like, I don't want to own this one anymore.
yeah.
Like,
put it somewhere better.
yeah.
Yep.
I think In-N-Out shut down one of their, I think it was their first restaurant they ever shut down, but it was just due to like so much crime in the area. Like business is good, but everything like is getting broke into every night.
We got to worry about getting
not worth it.
burglarized or our staff being robbed or something.
I went back to Washington State beginning of November for a wedding, and they put an In-N-Out there. So it's like in between Olympia and Portland, right on I-5.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
And I want to say it's like Kelso or something. Like it's like one of the small towns that's like right off the main highway.
Yeah.
But there's like nothing there. It's not like in a big city.
Just on a busy highway.
Yeah.
Like off a busy highway.
Yeah, I-5 is busy all the time, but we pulled in there on the way back. We're like, let's go try it out. I think it'd been open for like a month or two. This was a Sunday, probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Good.
No, we jumped right out of the drive-through line. There's like 8 lines.
Oh,
We're looking at it. There's 3 lines once you get up to the window.
Yeah.
There's 3 lines, and it turned into 8 cars wide. And we were all the way on the left, and we're looking at it, and we're
Like an
like,
expressway.
nobody is moving, and there's like 100 cars in front of us. This is going to take hours. So I got out of the car, I moved all the traffic cones, and like helped my brother turn his car around. And I put him back, and I was like,
Hey, that's a good problem if you own the place. For sure. You're like, got 100 cars in line, 8 lines. You're like,
imagine being stuck in the, like we were smart enough to be on the outside, but if you're stuck in the middle of that and it's
You're
like
waiting.
a 2-hour wait, you're just like, you can't do
imagine
anything.
being stuck on the griddle there.
Yeah, they
Sheesh, you're going to have to like 15-minute rotations because you're probably getting smoked.
what? Are you guys In-N-Out fans or Whataburger fans?
never had Whataburger.
The one time I had Whataburger is when I was in Ranger School. I recycled Florida Phase. And someone who, I recycled, and someone who graduated was stationed there.
Yeah.
So he smuggled us Whataburger. And this was after like, a 10-day field exercise.
best
so
burger you ever had.
it was the best burger I've ever had. Like it was like 2 a.m. We were breaking the rule. It was the best fucking burger.
Like it was
I've ever
hot.
had.
They're like,
Yeah.
okay.
No, it was like mostly cold. It was still fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I like In-N-Out more than I like Whataburger. I don't think there's much flavor in the burger aspect of Whataburger. Like their toppings are always fresh and good. I'll give them that. But I just think the In-N-Out burger itself tastes better.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had In-N-Out, but
Yeah.
I do think it's overhyped. It's good for a fast food burger, but
Yeah.
people act like they would die to have it.
Yeah.
Or kill somebody. And I'm like, it's a burger at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It is good. I won't say it's not, but I feel like we should have an episode. Maybe we'll have Clint on and have an episode of the deep secrets of Ranger School. All the shady shit we did there.
Oh, jeez, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, chaos. But all right, you want to wrap this thing up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cheers with our empty glasses. Thanks for coming on, Zach.
No problem.
I always save a little bit for the end. Smash you later.